What is up, guys? In this video we're checking out the AJ50 fridge and freezer from SetPower. Stick around to the end, that way you can find out how to get your hands on one and at a discount. Oh. That's right, a fridge, freezer, whatever you need to keep cool in your vehicle. For us, it's the 3500, something that's been out of our budget for quite a while. A lot of them are really expensive. We've been using an Arctic cooler and an Igloo Classic cooler for a long time, and they work great. Honestly, we'll probably still be using those too. But SetPower USA got a hold of me and they said, hey, what do you think about trying out one of our refrigerators? I said, man, that sounds awesome. I would love to try it. Of course, I went with like the biggest one because I got me, my wife, and the kiddo. I eat a lot of food and I like a lot of special stuff when we're out there camping or just road tripping. It can hold a ton of stuff. So we've had it for a little bit now, and I wanted to do an unboxing video, give it a little bit of time, have a review, and at least one night of camping with it, which we did. That's what this is. We're going to check out the dimensions, and we're going to kind of check a lot of the stuff that the manufacturer claims the fridge can do with what I've seen it do. I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty impressed with the fridge, and it is really awesome to have it. All right, here we go. Right out of the box, this is what we're looking at. The screen area looks really nice. So far, the construction looks awesome. It kind of feels like those old Igloo containers, like the ones where the lid kind of rolls off to the side. Nice click when you open it up. First thing we're seeing here is kind of like some temperatures that are recommended for whatever you're storing in here. For your eggplant, that's what you want to do. So we've got this little area up here. Looks like there's a light right here. And then we've got these two sectioned off areas, and it looks like a little divider right here. That's kind of cool. So all these measurements are listed on their website, but I'll just get you some general ones right now. This little area right here is about 10 3/4 by 4 3/4. Pretty deep. About 9 inches to this little lip and 10 3/4 to the outside right there. This part's pretty decent. We've got about, I'd say about 10.5 wide by about a foot, and then all the way to the bottom here, just under 15 inches. So there's a lot of storage room in here. I know for me, one of the biggest ones is gonna be the height, because we might throw this in the back of the truck, in the back seat. We might put it in the bed, maybe on a drawer system. So at the highest point, we're looking about 20.5 tall, width about 13, and length, I'll say 22.5. So this is a pretty decent sized unit. All right, so here's another important part. This looks like it's gonna be hopefully some paperwork on this and our power cords, user manual, and some stickers. It says 2-year warranty on the compressor, 1 year on all of the other parts. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's see what kind of power cords this thing comes with. So we've got one plug for the 110 outlet in the house. Pretty common connection there, that's cool. Then this is power block for a cigarette lighter. All right, so down here at the bottom, we've got a 15 amp fuse, and then it says DC 12, 24 volt. So this part just plugs right into there. So I would say this is the front of the unit, because that's where the pad is and stuff, but all the numbers and stuff are actually like pointing that way. You open it from this end over here and kind of lean over to look at it. All right, so really snug fit down here at the bottom, so that's not coming loose. And then we can just plug this straight into a cigarette lighter. Or in our case, we could plug it into the Jackery if we wanted. And then what this part is, so you plug the cigarette lighter into this receptacle, goes through this power block right here, and then you can plug it into a wall unit, or once again, a Jackery. So the remaining stuff in the box is the handle. So we're gonna throw that on there real quick, and ready to go after that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Comes with the tools. All you got to do is pull out these little tabs that are pressed in there real lightly. I was able to do it just with my fingernail, and they already come with the washers, everything on them. It's a very small manual that kind of just shows you like how easy this is going to be to use. Plug it into our extension cord here. So we've got some lights that came on. Hit the on-off button like it says. I don't know if you can hear it. It's pretty quiet, just sounds like a little fan running. Press the plus or minus to adjust the temperature. So we're gonna go down. So it's set to 25 right now. There's not a whole lot left to do in here. So what I think we're gonna do is just kind of let this thing hang out for a minute and see how long it takes to get down to 25 where it's set at. And then we'll throw a thermometer down there and see what temperature it's actually at, see how accurate this is. And then we're actually just gonna load this thing up and go camping here in a little bit. And we're gonna test it out. Some real world test right out the box. All right, so it's all the way down to 18 now. I'm guessing that's because it's on the max mode. So I'm gonna switch it to eco right now. Thermometer here, this one's super accurate, and it's saying it's about 64 degrees here in my garage. We're gonna throw it in here for a little bit and see what the temperature actually is inside. Definitely feels nice and cool in here. So while that's happening, this is the time it took to get down to our desired temperature from the starting one. Almost 40 minutes. That's just sitting here in the garage. It's plugged into that AC power there. You know, I don't really know what to think about that because this is my first refrigerator like this. If you're just getting ready to go and you can plug it in your house or something, or maybe an extension cord out to your vehicle, then yeah, sure, while you're getting ready to go, that would be nice. You could just have that thing go for 40 minutes or whatever, no big deal. We'll see how it maintains on eco, and then we'll come back and check that temperature here in a minute. So here's our thermometer. It's saying about 40 degrees in this little compartment on the edge. Let's see what it says down here. Nice little drive towards the coast. We're up by Bodega Bay now, and it's a perfect time to try out our new setup with the Jackery and now the SetPower fridge. So we had the Jackery going. It went out of the truck into the Jackery input, and I think that was giving us about 75 watts out of the truck, and we were at 100% the whole time. The SetPower was on eco mode, and it looked like it was drawing about 50 watts. So you can see right now it's at 25 degrees eco mode, and if you look at the output, it's only putting out 6 watts. It just must be in some kind of sleep mode right now, because usually it's pulling about 50. You can see it's kind of fluctuating a little bit. Our input is coming off of solar right now. Not the best sun. It's not too high in the sky. It's getting ready to go down. So it's giving us anywhere from like 25 to 60 watts right now. And the output, like I said, is getting to be around like 50. We'll see when it ramps back up. We have it plugged into the AC because it just gave us more room. We've got a couple more cords coming up here. These are for one of the light that's just above the tailgate right here, and then one of those LED bulbs is actually in the tent. So this is powering all that, and you can see we're still at 99 on the Jackery, 25 degrees on the SetPower, and let's check out the inside. This is what we've got in there. Got a little bit of moisture we need to clean up out of there. They say they don't want you to have any moisture in there. Got a few cans in here, nothing crazy, and a bunch of snacks for the kids and some breakfast burritos. So I'd say this thing's about, I don't know, 55% full. Hopefully that's gonna get us through the night, no problems. I think even if the fridge turned off, it'd be because of the Jackery, and I don't think it'd be that big of an issue. I think it'd probably stay nice and cool in there, especially since everything else in there is cool. So yeah, we just got our usual setup going on, 3,500 and the rooftop tent, and then because we've got the sister-in-law with us, my son will be sleeping with me in the ground tent like a bunch of peasants. That's okay, it'll be fun. He's already really excited about that. So yeah, pretty simple setup today. Kind of just took the bare minimum just to get out here. Over here on the coast of California, and we're looking forward to not having to mess with an ice chest and seeing how the SetPower cooler does for us. are awake. Solar panels back out. We had, I would say about, I think it was like 12 or 13 hours where didn't have any input to the Jackery, and it's out now. So we're getting 62 in there, and the fridge is only using 17 at the moment. It was at about 69 when I woke up, so it only used a little bit over 30% of the battery keeping this thing going. So it was at, I think it was 25 degrees, and that was way too cold. It actually froze a bunch of stuff, which kind of sounds like common sense, duh. But even on their product information page, they talk about how whatever the display says might not necessarily be accurate for in here, because it takes an average of the temperature, and you know, the air temperature on the top and the bottom can change. So now we know it's actually pretty accurate, and that's too cold. Really impressed with how little this was drawing while we were sleeping. What do you think? What do you think? Was that yogurt yummy?
Yep.
Yep, kept the yogurt nice and cool. We're having some coffee with creamer right now. Really easy to do. Just open the lid, grab it. No water to worry about, nothing to clean up.
Happy
nice and easy.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, dude. It's April. So I don't know about you guys, but we thought it was really awesome to have this opportunity to run this fridge and try it out. I could say I'm pretty much sold on it, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's got the space and is looking to keep these things cool in their vehicle. Like I said, for those long road trips, the camping, whatever you've got a huge refrigerator or a freezer. Keep those things nice and cold. So originally we had ours in the bed of the 3500, and it made sense at the time because we had too many people in the cab of the truck. We had 4 of us, and this truck is just a double cab. If it was a crew cab, maybe we could have made it work, but we decided that we would just stick the refrigerator back here, and this is a long bed, so we have a ton of room back here. One of the issues for us though is that we don't have any outlets back here. So if you had a truck that had outlets, that'd probably work perfectly. We kind of had to chain the 110 outlet all the way up to the front so we could get power to the refrigerator. On the drive home, I decided to just put the solar panel on top of some stuff we had back here to see how that would work. Would it really work while driving around? You can see we've got all this open space in the back right here, so we put the solar panel there. It did work. Jackery was getting charged and keeping the fridge going. It's just another cool option to have. But for us, we want to have ours in the cab, and we only need 1 seat in the back, so we're able to fold the other 2 up, and I'll show you guys how this looks. So even though it's only a double cab, we have plenty of room to run the refrigerator right here. So I'm still kind of messing with the configuration, but these straps go into some spots where you would normally hook on like a child seat or something like that, and we've got all this room up here still, all this down there. Cigarette lighter is right there that can plug right into the back and open the fridge right here and get everything out of it. Super secure. I ended up leaving these handles on just so we could run the strap through them, and it's funny, every time you go to pick this thing up, ready to throw my back out, lifting it up, and it's so much lighter than you would think every time I pick it up. So very cool. Really looking forward to having this on our next adventure, and like I said, we'll probably still use the cooler and stuff. It depends on how long we're going out for and the vehicle we're going to take and all those sorts of things, but so far really impressed and I'm digging it. We're really glad you guys checked out this video, and because you're here, you'll have access to a couple different links down in the description like we always have. One of them is an Amazon link that I think is a really easy place to get all the information in one spot. Read some reviews, look at some maybe cheaper shipping options, things like that. If you decide to go with SetPower, you can go down just like you normally do and put in Fortune as the promo code. You'll get a discount on your item. So not really sure how that shipping is going to work for them, but when they shipped me this fridge, they said they were sending it out. It showed up really quick. It was awesome. It showed up a little bit earlier than I thought it was going to. I actually wasn't even ready for it. Amazon's a good place to get one, and their website, Fortune, is the discount code. Thanks for checking out our video. Hope you guys enjoy this fridge if that's what you decide to go with. See you guys next time.